Welcome to Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. Last week, I was in the grocery store and used a gift card to purchase my groceries. When the cashier finished checking me out, she informed me I had 54 cents left on the gift card. We both chuckled when we considered that there was probably nothing in the grocery store that I could buy for a mere 54 cents. I told her that when I was a little girl, 54 cents would have bought 10 5-cent root beers with 4 cents change. I think today that 5-cent root beer sells for about $2. That is a lot of change in more ways than one. Made me think about how much I have seen change over my lifetime. I used to think about that with my grandma, how much had changed since she was a little girl in the late 1800s, or my other grandma in the early 1900s. Then I used to talk about it with my mom and dad from their growing up times in the 1920s and 30s. Now it's my turn to look at the changes since the 50s and 60s when I was growing up. So, how do you feel about change? If you are with a group of people and ask who likes change or does not like change, I can almost assure you everyone will know their preference. It seems you either do or do not like change. That makes the world go round. If everyone liked change, our lives, communities, and our world would be in constant turmoil, more than it is now. If we did not like change, there would be no curiosity or risk taking to try something different, or exploring possibilities, or expanding our thinking and understanding. We are embarking on a big change in our family. We decided to move. After 14 years in Waverly, Iowa, we will be soon moving to Rochester, Minnesota. That is a change. And an even bigger change is that our daughter will be living with us. So, in the midst of selling houses, hers and ours, and then finding one to buy that fits our needs, it has required us to embrace change even more. One of the foundations of change is uncertainty. Perhaps that is a better question than liking or not liking change. We should be asking people, how do you feel about uncertainty? Do you think the groups would divide the same as when we use the word change? Try it on yourself. What do you think? We had a change in our landing place in Rochester. We thought our accepted bid on a house was going to allow us to move into a wonderful home with the environment that fits us three so well. However, the seller couldn't follow through, and we have 1 month to find a new place. Is that uncertainty? Yeah. But for my husband and me, we go forward, disappointed, but resolved to find a new place. We like change. Our daughter doesn't like uncertainty or change as well and finds it a bit more of a challenge to accept the disappointment in the turn of events, but she's barreling through. Change means choice. We can choose our reaction to it. We cannot often choose to change or not to change, depending upon the circumstances, but we can choose our reaction. A rabbit once asked a boy, "How do you know which path to take?" To which the boy replied, maybe there is no path. Maybe the path is made simply by walking. Hmm. I'm wondering, we should maybe substitute path with certainty. And then it would be, how can you become certain? And the reply would be, maybe there is no certainty. Maybe you become certain simply by walking. Wow. We have the freedom to choose our attitude even in uncertain moments or times. As we garner determination to keep going, to walk through instead of avoid uncertainty, we will get to the other side of uncertainty faster than by thinking of ways to avoid it or hate it. Dr. Susan Jeffers once addressed this kind of fear when she said, "Feel the fear and do it anyway." All our fears are tied up into a central thought, which is, I can't handle it. The more we grow in competency, she said, the more we grow in, I can handle it. That's pretty cool. I believe there will always be those who are not afraid of change or uncertainty, and those who are afraid. For those of you who are not afraid, lean into this cool quote. You have been assigned this mountain to show others it can be moved. And for those of you who are afraid of change or uncertainty, here are a couple thoughts for you. As Mr. Rogers said, always look for the helpers. Or you can be like the buffalo who goes into the storm instead of away from it. Practice that. This week, on your bathroom mirror, write the question: how do I feel about uncertainty or change? Self reflection always gets us somewhere new. It changes us. now, now I'm wondering if there are any homes for sale in Rochester that cost a mere 54 cents. Doubt it. Join me next Monday for Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.